What's going on, everybody? Wilson here, your spiritual hype man. I'm super happy to be back, and you can tell by my tone that I'm fucking feeling amazing. And I hope you're feeling amazing out there today, too. And if you're not, just remember it's the thoughts in our head. That's all it is. We got to figure out how to shut them off. We got to figure out how to give different prompts so we're thinking about something else. Biohacking, going outside, doing something physical would be amazing. That way you can just not even have to worry about it. Your body just reacts to feeling good, and you'll get in a whole different mindset, at least physically, right? Physically, and then later on emotionally and mentally is the case. Today is a quick one, but I want to talk about, what do I want to talk about? That's how my brain works, right? I'm thinking so fast right now that I just can't say it in my words. But really the concept, the macro level picture is identifying the things that you are not good at, or identifying the things, or what we talk about is the outcomes that you're not happy with, right? And then going after the things that you know that you have to do in order to get better at them. Physically, mentally, emotionally. That's it. Physically, mentally, emotionally. You can break everything down in terms of what we deal with in those three categories. Is it physically, mentally, or emotional, right? And then really figure out, what do I need to do? Now, in my case, talking about personally where I'm at right now, it's just, if you heard some of the podcasts, since the beginning, the first podcast, Superman is Dying. If you haven't heard Superman is Dying yet, I would go back. So that way you can get a good essence about 2 years ago, why I started the podcast and what I was feeling at the moment. And then a year later, similar feeling of something that I didn't do. Like I didn't change. I changed in several factors, but there was this one factor that I did not change. My actions, okay? When I decided to do something and how I was going to do it, it did not change. And because of it not changing, then I got a similar result and a similar feeling, okay? And that's it. That's all it is. I can be listening to motivation. Like I've listened, look, Tony Robbins had a fucking book years ago called Awaken the Giant Within. If you read that book, you'll see where nothing changes until you two came from. It hit me. So I've been on this journey for years, all right, on this journey of self-improvement, getting better, entrepreneurship, wanting to succeed, not wanting to have anybody tell me what I need to do, when I need to do it, how I need to do it. Like if they're not the person I'm looking up to, right? Because that's the one thing too that I've seen recently. It's like I've been trying to share my knowledge in terms of all these years of doing, self-improvement, longevity, doing the right thing for the body. Like I've been trying to share this with people, and I'm working towards it. And you just get better at it. But it's funny how, like, when the information is free, when the information is just I just give you all of this information. There's two things. Now, even talking about it like this, how quickly my brain works. Like talking about it, I can understand the perspective because I've been in those situations, and we've all been in these situations where somebody gives you a piece of nugget, like a piece of gold nugget, and you just don't use it because you're just like, oh, it doesn't fit for me, or it doesn't, like, I don't resonate with it. I don't make the connection, and that's the issue. It's like I'm out here, and it's not an issue. It's just a side note of like, there's people out here with a bunch of knowledge that if you are not ready to absorb it and you're thinking you're going to get a different situation or a different outcome in the field, in the category, in the subject that this person is potentially giving you information, perhaps listen up, man. Like just listen up and try doing something, like try acting on it or changing whatever you need to do. But look, everyone's journey is different. And that's the other thing that I have to understand for myself, including my own journey. Okay, including my own journey. And throughout the rest of the year, I would assume I'm going to have days that I'm not going to feel so hot. I'm not going to feel as fucking empowered. I'm not going to feel as like locked. I'm locked in. Like I am locked in. Okay? And I cannot wait for this locked inness to show its outcome, its product, its next thing, right? And so my point, I guess the side note is, we're all there. We all don't listen. We all are seeking something. We're all seeking some sort of improvement. So why not be the person that, like, if you're seeking it or you're at least aware of it, be open and receptive to hearing and then trying something different that may actually help you get to where you want to get to. That being the point for me in terms of, again, go back to the, I want you to go back to the lessons because I want you to listen. I also would like for you to share, if there's an episode that hits you somewhere and you've connected with, share with your friends, share with your buddies. I can't wait to get some of my friends on here from high school. You're going to get a chance to listen to them, listen to their perspective, listen to like what they knew of me back way when, maybe even college would be awesome. That way so you can hear from someone else of how, I guess erratic, but like I had my very highs, my very goods, and I had my very, very bads. And so for me, honestly, there's definitely obviously a couple battles here and there, but in terms of getting better, for me, my biggest struggle was always the financial education. Like, how do I make this work? Okay, I made money. Okay, where's my money? I made money. Where's my money? Fuck, what am I doing wrong? Like, I'm doing something wrong. And the feeling of like making X amount and then the end of the year not making it, twice or three times in a row, but really like bugged me this year where I was like, okay, that's it. I'm done. I'm over it. I've broken up. And I've said this before, I broke up with that relationship, but I think those are the moments that you have to get to or have to figure out. And it has to weigh enough for you to actually go and fucking do something different. Be locked in. Like, be locked in to do something different and attack or do or fill in your vocabulary, whichever means the most to you. But you have to act on this in order to get what you want. And that's it. And that's it. That's very simply it. And I feel like once you get to that level and you can feel the little bit of like momentum. And remember, like I said before, it's just little progress, little things, minimums. What are your minimums mentally, emotionally, physically to get you moving, get you feeling, get you thinking in the right direction? And if it makes sense and you're doing it and it works and you feel amazing, then why are you quitting? Why do you stop doing these things, right? It's just getting into a rhythm and getting into it where it's like it becomes automatic. And if you don't do it, like you feel bad about not doing it. You feel worse not doing it than actually doing it. And that's how you can start optimizing all these things in your mental, emotional, and physical, right? Because I feel like there's more awareness, there's more education, there are more things out there that you can read, you can research, there are tools that you can use to keep crushing the things that you want to crush or the things that you want to get better or improving the things that you want to get better. So I'm super excited to keep moving forward and I can't wait to share more of that stuff with you in terms of what we're doing. But again, get right, get your sleep, get some water, get your, hydrate, get some good food in, get some supplements in, get a little movement in the body, like move the fucking body, get yourself moving, get yourself grooving, take time to reflect, take time to think about how do I move this along? How do I move the needle further with less steps and more just fucking impactful movements or doing of, etc., exclamation point. That's it. That's it for this one. So I'm super excited for you guys. The same thing. Keep crushing it. If you're feeling down or you're feeling like overwhelmed, just remember it's a fucking cycle, but you are in control of the cycle. You are in control of what you do and what you don't do. Okay? It's easier to get yourself out. Actually, sometimes it's easier to get yourself out. Sometimes it's harder because of the things that you're going, whether it's a loss of a loved one, a loss of your entire company, somebody betrayed you, family nonsense, whatever that can be. Of course, there are things that are going to happen outside of your control, but just remember you control what your thoughts are about that situation and how you can think and reflect on it and move forward on it. Now, if you need help or you need support, seek that from somebody. Support is super important. If you don't have someone there to support you immediately or directly, absolutely find somebody. Feel free to reach out to me. I would love to be that person, your spiritual hype man for you or anybody else in your support group, but community and support is super important for that. Okay? You're not alone. Trust me, you're not alone, and someone always has it worse. All right, go out there, keep crushing it, and don't forget, nothing changes until you do. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.